We are already over 200 days into this hardcore world and things are starting to become a little bit of a challenge. But it's not because of the insane amount of resources we've been gathering or the crazy amounts of building. It's because we are forever running out of food and I'm starting to feel a little bit guilty every time I have to explore the local fields to find my favourite takeout. So today we're going to be building an insane crop farm that's going to be producing masses of food, plus it's going to come in handy for trading with villagers, so it's a win-win for sure. But before I even start that, I have a mega job that I need to tackle, and that is making some space, and we're going to need a lot of it. So I'm probably going to be spending the next few days in real life mining because I don't have a beacon. Oh, this is going to be painful. So you see this big empty space here? This is the result of 3 days of work. And I'm not talking about Minecraft days here. Plus, I haven't even started gathering materials for building yet, so we got a lot of work to do. Anyway, now that's finally done, we can finally start making some progress. But first of all, we're going to need a few more supplies. Actually, we're going to need a lot more supplies, so it's probably a good idea to get a few more mending books so that we can save on our tools at least. Okay, that's one mending book. Let's trade some paper. And 2 books. That should do for now. I'll put those on my axe. And the shovel. Perfect. Now we just need to get some XP to repair our tools, so I'm off to the skelly farm. And with our tools repaired, it's time to gather up those supplies. I'm gonna need a crazy amount of spruce and dark oak wood for this build, so it looks like we're gonna have to take down a few of these forests. I know we're making a food farm, but I'm already getting low, so you might want to close your ears and put your fingers in your eyes while I place my order. Or the other way around. The farm is going to need a lot of glass, so let's grab some while I'm here, as the nearest desert is several thousand blocks away and my leg's delayed from all that mining. I just realised I don't even have a bow yet, so I guess with all these bows from our skelly farm, I'm sure we could probably combine a few to make something half decent. Okay, that's pretty good actually. We have infinity, so we don't need to worry about stock of arrows. Not that I'm worried about arrows, I mean, we've got a pretty good stock from our skelly farm. So my plan for the crop farm here is pretty huge. I want to have a big circle which have all the farms going around the edge, and then a smaller circle in the middle which is going to have a wheat farm, but it's going to be stacked on top of each other. To make this a little easier, I'm going to go ahead and get all of the foundation in place first. That way it gives us a better overview and we can see a bit more about the size and where everything's going to be laid out. So I finally got the basic foundation all in place here, and as you can see the little curve sections here have 2 sections, so there's going to be 2 farms on each one of these little curves, and then the one in the center here is also going to have 2, but it's going to be on 2 levels, so one below and one above, so 10 farms in total. The water streams are simply divided up with water and then slabs with some packed ice underneath, which will allow the items to flow straight across and all the way around the system. If we go ahead and just drop some redstone in here, we can see it gets shot out here. They simply flow down and around the system. So that means each farm is going to need 2 villagers, so we are going to have to start breeding our own villagers. But in here we're going to place a bed and a composter, and then we'll be growing some crops, and the other villager is going to be stuck on this hopper here. We'll be blocking him in with a minecart, so that will keep him in there and should keep the farms running pretty smooth. But we're going to have to do some breeding and a lot more building, so I think it's time we get back to work. Before we do anything else, we're going to need a lot more villagers, so let's get breeding. Wow, that was super quick. We already have our first baby villager. I guess I should leave these guys and give them a bit of privacy for now. While our villagers are busy breeding, let's do a bit more work on our crop farms, mainly getting in some of those crops and some of the farmland all ready for them to go inside. It's a good thing we have a skelly farm because bone meal is going to come in handy here. Okay, we are going to need a couple more things, so let me quickly repair my Silk Touch pickaxe, and then we can head to the Nether. I'm going to need a lot more glowstone so that we can keep our farms lit and avoid any of those nasty mobs from spawning. Oops, no, I didn't mean to do that. Seriously, can't you guys fight fair? What happened to one-on-one? Okay, now we need to be extra careful because I've got no idea if the rest of these guys are going to be angry with me. I think that should be plenty of glowstone to keep us going for now, but next up we're going to need a bunch of hoppers, so I think it's about time we get ourselves an iron farm. This area just at the back of the farms here should work, plus we can AFK here for both the iron and for the food farm, so it's kind of a double win. So let's start by making some room. Now we've cleared the area, let's get the layout for everything all in place. The iron storage will be connected to our crop farm storage a little bit later on, but for now we're just going to set it up to go in these chests here. Okay, that's the basic killing area in place. We will be coming back to add the lava later on, but I'll do that once our villagers are all safely in place. I'm using pack ties for the spawning platforms and the waterways to keep the iron golems moving along a little bit easier. I think that's everything laid out, so now I just need some name tags for our zombies as they need to go in place first. We can trade with our librarian to get name tags, but first we need to get him to master level, so let's get trading. And there we go, we have name tags. Now it's time to see if we can find some zombies. Come on Dave, you have to check this out buddy. I've got the perfect little trap for you. Just follow me in here, and if we place that there, well, there we go, he's ours. And don't forget to place a name tag. Now I just need to do that 2 more times. That's zombie number 2. And zombie number 3. And now for the fun part, add in the villagers. I'm gonna try and convince them by breaking and moving a composter. Hopefully this will go smoothly. Come on buddy, just follow me. Just a little further. There we go, villager number 1. Now we just got 8 more to go, so yeah, this might take a while. And finally, villager number 9, all in place. I think that's everything in place now, so let's add our glass. And of course the lava bucket. And we can add in our waterways using ice. Okay, looks like everything is working, so we can just AFK here for plenty of iron now, so hopefully this should be good. Now, I think it's about time that we finish up this farming area. All we need to do now is add hopper minecars into each villager farm. There we go. And again, we've now got to move a bunch of villagers into the farm. So again, I'm going to go with the composters as this seems to do the trick. Let's do this one at a time. That's all of them in place now, and surprisingly again, that was very smooth. Okay, this area is looking great, and we still have some extra room for some additional farms that we can add later on. But for now, we've got to add some finishing touches so that we can make this place look beautiful. So we're going to work on the storage system next, but so far I think this is looking pretty sick. The Skelly farm area is so much better and maybe a few more details here and there, but overall I'm really happy with the look. The farming area itself has turned out way better than I expected, and I'm loving that feel as though you're kind of inside some huge tree roots. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Now the storage system is going to be at the back here, but it's going to sit down a few more blocks, so it's going to be on a lower level, so you'll have a little stairway going down to it. So first of all, we need to clear a bit of the area, so let's make some room so we can get this in place. Now the storage will be repeated in sections, so let's start off with the first one. First we will put in some pillars, and then some stairs for details. I'm going to use barrels for storage so that we can minimize on lag. And then we just add a few finishing touches. And there we go, that's looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and repeat down all the sections all the way around the room. With that all connected, let's get our redstone set up, which is going to be pretty simple. We'll start by adding hoppers to the back of the barrels. Behind the top hopper, we want to place our blocks like this, and then we can extend these ones. Add our repeaters here, and then connect the rest of the blocks across. We'll place in our comparators and the redstone dust. Place redstone torches underneath and hoppers going into the comparators. Then we can run hoppers just around the top edge of the room. And of course, we just repeat this all the way around. With the redstone all in place, now we just got to add the final part of the system and then finish off the detail for the ceiling of the storage room. To set up the auto storage, we're going to first rename some dirt. Then we're going to add them to the hoppers in these 4 slots with a stack of the items you want to sort. It should stop at 41. For now, we will sort wheat, beetroot, potatoes, and carrots. And for now, I'm just going to section all of the other sections off with our dirt. We will also add an area for our iron and our poppies from our iron farm too. And there we go, we finally have it all set up. Now, as you can see in the center of the storage room here, you can actually see the items going up through the glass here. This is going up into the storage system, and I just thought this was a really nice little detail and a little feature for inside the storage room. Just something I like to do, which I haven't done for a long time, but it is a cool little feature. Now overall guys, this place is looking amazing. I absolutely love everything that we've done in today's episode. I'm really happy with the way things are shaping up, and I have got some great ideas for next episode where we're going to be adding a lot more builds into the cave and also doing a bit of work on the outside of the caves. So let me know in the comments, what do you want to see me build in next episode, and what are your ideas for what we have so far? Are you liking it, or do you think we should do some other stuff? Have you got some cool ideas yourself? Let me know in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next one.